Hello and welcome to Standing Up School. And you have failed.
You, sit down.
Well, you forgot to say Simon Says.
Making sure all your porn tabs are closed.
Yeah, you know, I gotta make sure my fake taxi.
Pause the download
Pornhub,
so it doesn't fuck up your streaming.
Naughty America.
How could you forget Brazzer?
I'm still mad at my local gas
What you got there?
Fucking the wrong flavor Red Bull still. Damn it.
That does not look like the nectarine.
The strawberry apricot?
One.
That's because it's not, bro.
Apricot, yes.
I don't know why it doesn't seem to exist within like a 5-mile radius of my house anywhere. But right by John's house, they are fully stocked. Mm-hmm. All the 7-Elevens, all the fucking. Like, are you serious?
And how far of a drive is that?
To John's place from here, probably like 14 miles.
Okay, yeah. And with a bus pass, that's gonna take
with
about
a recently totaled
crosstown.
car for me to walk to John's house would take about 3 hours. So not worth Red Bull.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Or maybe you can go puff and then have them deliver it to you, so you guys can both win.
So he also has a recently totaled car, so he couldn't deliver them. Not particularly beneficial.
I totally forgot about that.
And unfortunately, the price on those through GoPuff isn't great. So you can get the little 4-pack of the the small cans, but it's like $10 for that. If I go to my local Target, I think it's like $8 for that same one. Plus, those little tiny cans, I have to drink 2 of those at a time. So that's the equivalent of me paying $8 for 2 Red Bulls. Whereas if I can find them at 7-Eleven locally, I can get them 2 of the big ones, the 12-ounce ones, for like $5.75. Yeah.
Who said you weren't good at math?
Mr. Krabs taught me how to be cheap.
Stripper. I'm sorry, that's the stripper.
Yeah, I am actually pretty good at math. Math and science were my specialties in school.
You seem like a decently smart fella.
I tend not to use most of it because I don't have to, and I like people to assume I'm stupid, but I'm a little smarter than your average bird.
Yeah. And you started busting out the quadratic formula and, you know, doing all those little calculations.
But when you turn it around, it's going to be like
enemies left.
It's going to be like Channing Tatum in 21 Jump Street. He'll pan the camera around. It's just a bunch of 4s fucking everywhere.
Or could it be just the weed just getting to your brain? Like, in your head, like, man, I'm a fucking mad scientist. And in reality, you're like, duh, duh, duh.
No, most of the time I'm pretty coherent, even when I'm smoking.
At least I'd like to think
you're a
so.
high-functioning...
You're a
high-functioning weed head.
I've been smoking a lot longer than I'd like to admit to my mom. But let's
Hopefully,
see.
Dank's mom, you're not watching this
if
podcast.
I'm 28, I've been daily smoking for 13 years now.
Damn.
It's been a minute.
And let's see. So you're turning 15 tomorrow. So you've been smoking since you were 2?
Pretty close, yeah. That checks out.
It does. The math checks out. We're good. I got it peer reviewed. We're good. All right, guys. Well, welcome back to the podcast. This New Year's Eve edition. I don't have my little
party hat,
pointy hat.
That's okay. I don't.
Not the Asian pointy hat, but the party hat.
The little cone
for
hat.
New Year's. That could easily get confused.
Similar to a dunce hat.
And then the yes, that hat. But yeah, as always, I got with me Mr. Dr. Dank.
Don't you forget
the
it.
dankest university in the world. And Orpheus on Call of Duty. Wide Open Throttle is the channel. And you know what? Let's just start off with Warzone. What was that thing that you were talking about, Warzone, that upset you the most? It was, oh yeah, the party chat.
Yes, dude. The fact that no matter what I do in a series of starting up my Xbox, my headphones, if I play on my house Wi-Fi or my personal hotspot, it does not matter what I do to get my party chat to work with you guys, and even for you guys to show up online half of the time. What I have to do is turn on my Xbox, obviously my controller, my headphones, everything, sign into Warzone. It'll tell me up in the top right-hand corner, nobody's online. Okay, then I have to restart my whole console. It doesn't work if I just close the game and reopen it. No, my Xbox knows that you're on some bullshit. You have to restart the whole console, wait for that to boot back up, sign into Warzone. Now it works just fine.
Yeah, and then half the time we would be in a party just fine, and then randomly it'll show up voice chat not available.
Yes.
Or whatever the fuck.
Yes, your internet connection works just fine,
everybody cuts out.
It'll show that red bar of voice chat not available. Like, well, why the fuck not? Half the time it'll tell me that, and I can still hear you guys just fine.
Yeah.
But you guys can't hear me, and that is the most frustrating part. Trying to talk to somebody when it tells you you're connected, and you think you're having communication, and they're like, "Hey, Dank, can you hear me?" And you're like, "Yes." "Dank, can you hear me?" "Fucking yes!" Like, I swear,
and legitimately, we would not hear you, but like, I mean, sometimes we would fuck with you and say,
I'm on
yeah,
the
I'll
other
get
end of the line,
all.
like having a brain aneurysm and like damaging my vocal cords, and you guys are like, "Dank here, I don't hear him. What happened?"
He's giggling little girls.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that
it sucks that it shows the other party that you actually kicked them. I was like, man, I could just kick them without them knowing.
Yes.
That'd be even better.
Messing with stripper that one day. It says I was kicked.
Man.
No, I don't know what happened.
It's the server. It's the server.
Yeah.
I got the dev error. I don't know what the fuck that means. But yeah, no, the audio chat is definitely very frustrating because even during the game,
half the time my proximity chat won't work.
Yeah, I would find that I would be on auto mute, and even to my own teammates, so I wouldn't even hear like one or two of you guys during the game.
Yep.
And then later, like the end of the game, like I was like, okay, why is there a red X next to the freaking name?
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I guess they're muted.
I'll have it where we're in
changes your settings
mid-game, and I'm trying to talk to you guys, and all of a sudden you'll go quiet, and I think you're just like being a really good listener, a good friend. And it's because you're hearing another team in proxy chat, and you're just like, hey, we need to shut the fuck up. And I have no idea because I can't hear them at all, so I get us killed because I'm being a fucking loud ass.
So let me ask you this: what's a good way to devise a plan to like signal to your teammates that there's enemy nearby, and you hear proximity chat, but you don't want to alert them to it? What do you think? What are some of your opinions on it?
So I'm 50-50 on the going dark and trying to stealth mode and not let the other team know you're there. But on the other hand, it's so difficult in this version of Warzone to see where your teammates are actually pinging on the map that it's damn near impossible to communicate with your own teammates.
Yes.
So I could be trying to tell you, hey, I see the dude, he's right there, but there's no effective way to communicate that other than getting on the mic and being like, Orpheus, he's under you. But then he very clearly is like, oh, there's a guy above me. Like, there's no...
exactly.
What am I supposed to be like? Hey, Orpheus, you want some cold milk? And you're like, oh, shit, guy in the house next to me. Like, how the fuck?
He's underneath.
Yes, dude, like, what kind of weird-ass code am I supposed to come up with?
Yeah. It seems like you almost need to devise your own fucking language just to, like, not let the like, maybe I should go, like, get those Navajo, like, communicators back in World War II and make, like, a little code device, you know? It's like, And like it's really difficult, and also I think it's like the
I don't know Morse code.
Pulling up that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna be like, "Yo, we made it to the Sahara. We got to get out of here."
Or you know what? I should have like a little soundboard, like just like a bunch of whales or dolphins and stuff. Like,
yo, when we were dropping in
just
with
play that random.
When we were dropping in with Stripper the other day, all making whale sounds, I guarantee people nearby are like, "What in the hell?"
Yeah. No, but my pet peeve though is the whole pinging system in Warzone, where I would ping the loadout half the time and it would not show up on the map.
Yes.
It would not. And I can't tell where to land. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
or you'll be halfway to it and your ping disappears because it only lasts for like 15, 20 seconds. You got to constantly refresh it.
Yeah. So what I need to do is I need to zoom in on it and then ping like right to the left or to the left, the right of it.
Just next to
and then,
where
then it'll
it
leave a
is,
mark. Then I can finally see it. But I can't ping the physical object itself, which is fucking frustrating.
It is very frustrating.
So like, so according to the new Season 1 reload, which is updated December 19th, let's see if they fix some of these bug fixes. So the global, it says, fix an issue where players were able to save blueprints from private private matches and showcase.
I wouldn't
really
know.
I
never do private matches.
Yeah, so that I don't know. All right, so the second thing, fix an issue that could affect the basilisk bullet spread down ADS. I don't use the basilisk.
I don't use the revolver enough to really know. The only time I get stuck with that is in the gulag, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah.
Or like this. Or I guess the only ground loot when you drop in, like, you know, with the last circle or something. Fix an issue with gas operator skin not appearing as purchased once unlocked. Okay,
I haven't purchased any skins in here, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah, and Gaz is a dude. I only use female operators, so, you know. Beyond me. Fix an issue cause lingering smoke to disappear while in ADS during active SAE. I think, okay. I think they did fix that though, because when I was in the naughty list playlist, the SAE, the smoke would clear up eventually. But that's another thing that bothers me about the Warzone 2 is that the smoke tends to last a very, very long time. I'm not sure if it's longer than it was before. I think
the gas grenades definitely last longer than they did before.
The flash?
The gas grenades definitely last longer.
Yeah, okay. And it's like, to me, it was a lot more dense than it was before. Like, you can't see shit while you're in it.
And pretty much regardless of where it lands, if you're in the same room as a flashbang, your screen is going to be pure white for like 3 seconds. Unless you're my enemy, and then nothing ever happens to you. You're just kind of like, huh, what was that?
Yeah, exactly.
Must have been a dud.
Like, oh, hey. All I heard was...
What was that? It's an alert grenade at that point. It's not a stun grenade.
Like Sasquatch feet.
It's an alert grenade.
To alert you, to alert the enemy where you are.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, hey, there's a guy coming from that way. Fuck.
Oh. Let's see. Fix an issue that prevented players from selecting a blueprint after leaving a match early. What? Yeah, don't know what that is.
Wouldn't know. Yeah.
Alright, fix an issue that caused Steam friends to appear on their Steam D
I don't play on
rather
Steam.
than their intended nickname. Yeah, I mean, is it me or like a lot of these global fixes like just fucking useless, man? Like, they're not attacking the issues that we're actually having. And then the last one is fix an issue preventing players from selecting the correct number of Battle Pass tokens to purchase. That was fucking annoying to begin with.
I don't purchase Battle Pass tokens anyway, so again, I wouldn't. Why?
I had the Battle Pass, and it says that my Battle Pass was maxed, even though like it obviously was still earning stuff, and I couldn't get to like the 100%. But yeah, so that I can say is fixed. Let's see here. Warzone 2 gameplay. Okay, so they reduced the cost of primary loadout weapons to $2,500, down from $5,000.
Yeah, it was $5K before. I noticed that. I didn't really feel like the $5K was unreasonable, but again, it's not your custom build when you buy that, so it makes sense that it would be cheaper.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Is like I can see 5K being for your main loadout
if
with
it
all
was
your
like,
perks and your secondary.
Right. If it was a copy of your gun, just like that.
Right. And it's just so 2,500. I think that's fair because you're only getting one primary weapon.
Right.
Or if you do have $5,000 though, you can make two.
Right. You could just buy a full loadout. Your
secondary.
Yep.
Yeah. You bet 2 loadouts. But then again, that doesn't have your perks though.
I do still feel like a gun is worth half your teammate though, so that's fair because your teammate's 4K. So gun being 25, that's fair.
Yeah. Or when your teammate is just pinging the buy station asking you to buy them back and you accidentally buy a loadout. You know, it happens.
Ah, finger slipped. I got a UAV. Shit.
Oh man, damn it.
Whoopsie.
This might be more valuable.
Good thing we were playing with Phil.
Yeah. Yep. We don't care about
Good old Phil.
You hear that, Phil? We don't care about you.
Yeah, Phil, you are irrelevant here. Always and forever.
All right, so let's see the recently implemented.
So they were supposed to nerf the akimbo pistols, not the full auto ones that you use, but the super wild snake shot ones that Stripper uses. The not the X12, the
X96 or 86?
The P826, P280 or whatever the fuck it is, something like that.
Yeah.
Those were supposed to get nerfed. What else?
Yes. So here it is. Here's the weapon balance. The Akimbo P890.
Okay.
Also the X12, the Basilic, and the G50 has received damage reduction against armored opponents.
Yep.
So only towards armored opponents that got
right.
And also the other one says fixed an issue that caused shotguns to inconsistently display broken armor hit markers.
Yes, that was annoying as hell because I had that happen a couple times actually, where I'd shoot somebody in the chest 2-3 times in a row, and every single time it gave me that purple armor break indication. I'm like, wait a minute, there's no way that dude put a shield in just from me pumping my shotgun. There's no way.
Yeah. All right, so I'm glad they fixed that. And the Kastov 74U got nerfed. Small reduction to close damage.
I don't really use that much.
So I mean,
I pick that up as ground loot occasionally, so I wouldn't know there.
And actually, I do use the Kastov 545.
The AK?
And that one there has increased the muzzle velocity. The muzzle velocity. And then small decrease to hip spread, increased close range damage. Hey, that's good. And increase the chest damage multiplier. Hey, I think the Kastov 545 might be a weapon we need to try out next time we hop in.
All right. We'll give that a look. Okay. I don't have that level up for shit.
And the...
like, at all.
Well, you gotta hop in multiplayer, man, and sweat it out with Stripper. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play those tier 1 tier 1 match.
No, God, no. No.
Enlighten the audience your experience with tier 1.
I will play tic-tac-toe by myself before I play that bullshit in strippers' lobbies again. Are you kidding me? There's not enough Adderall in the world.
Tier 1...
Like, fuck.
And tier 1 is the new replacement word for hardcore. Because I guess the word hardcore is it's not PC anymore, so we gotta go for tier 1.
Yeah, I guess that was giving porn vibes to them or something. Like, fucking...
Yeah, right? That was like, I mean, is hardcore, like porn, does porn own the hardcore word? Is that,
or
is that
like hardcore metal, or like now, what? Yeah, I don't know what they were.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you. Because it's literally been...
I mean,
it's literally been regular core and hardcore since the Call of Duty online multiplayer franchise began. Yeah. So, like, I don't know why they're randomly changing that now.
Well, I think initially you're right, because they do have the two separate matches. They have
tiers,
the core,
so
the core matches, and then the hardcore matches. So essentially, one's easy, one's hard. So it's like hardcore, but right, I guess pornography comes to mind.
Yeah.
I mean, guilty. When I hear the word hardcore, I just automatically think the boobies, but...
You hear hard and your brain perks up like, yes, I might be.
Yes. I'm here. I don't need Viagra.
Cialis who?
Also the Vel 47 SMG got,
MP7, yep.
buffed.
And that thing was already shredding, so it's mean.
Yeah, increased movement speed and increased far damage. That's really good.
Okay. Long shots will be easier with that.
Okay. So, I mean, but then again, SMG is used for mid-range to close-range anyways. I don't use it for
long range. Nobody
distance,
should.
So,
they're SMGs. They're not built for that. Your Fennec is useless over like 25 meters, but if you're in the same room, when you come around the corner with that thing, good luck.
All right. And I see nothing on here regarding any sniper rifle. So I guess those are still in effect.
I'm going to be honest. I feel like every single sniper rifle is like 15% underpowered, especially when it comes to the headshots and the headshot range on your sniper. Because I've got 3 of my snipers fully maxed out, and I've got what I would consider pretty decent builds, because it literally shows that the accuracy and range bars are as full as you can possibly get them. And on one of them specifically, I have the damage bar at probably about 80%. And it's still, if they're any farther than like 60, 65 meters away, maybe 80 meters tops, it is not a one-shot headshot to get somebody down. Like, they made it really, really, really hard to actually one-shot somebody in this game, which is confusing because they shortened the TTK on every other gun class by like 20%.
That's what I was about to bring up.
Why did you take the crown away from the snipers, the only gun class that actually rewards you for having aim and skill?
Right. And I think the same applies to rocket launcher too, because I can shoot like a rocket launcher dead ass to like the face, and it would just like down him and not even, or it wouldn't even like down him. So it's like
I've gotten a direct hit to somebody's chest with a Molotov cocktail and only broke armor. I also stuck somebody. Riddle me this. We were playing, I think it was yesterday actually. I stuck somebody in the chest with a Semtex grenade in the gulag. He did not die. How is that possible?
And I would figure a thermite.
That one baffled me.
Just burn a hole in your
that
chest,
one absolutely. If I stick a frag grenade to your chest and it blows up, and I know you don't have like extra armor or any kind of perks, we're in the gulag, you should be dead.
Yep, definitely. And in the gulag, you don't have that much armor to begin with unless you pick up a satchel.
Yep.
But yeah,
that one threw me for a loop.
So yeah, ladies and gents, that's all the updates that.
That's funny really, that there's no.
They have a whole bunch of like minor updates, but
yeah, they were supposed to
nothing in regarding to
nerf
audio.
The AI bots, because those have wicked damage and range. No, they didn't. Those are every single one you come across is Hawkeye accurate.
Yeah, and by the way, if you're on the train, the bots can shoot you through the train walls.
Yes, they can.
And shoot and hit you.
They will also. I figured this out the hard way. Their favorite thing to do is they will mount behind a wall like this and hold their gun out and shoot at you from 80 yards away. And none of them have sniper scopes, so good fucking luck figuring out which corner that dude's standing on.
With fucking snake-eyed precision.
Yes, dude. It is impossible to figure out where those guys are shooting you from. I hate it.
Ridiculous, man.
Strippers always like, hey, let's hit that stronghold. I'm like, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you push in first, man.
Another advice when you're breaching a stronghold is that open the door and let those enemies run out first. Because if you open the door and you go in there, they're going to be at least 4 of them with shotguns aimed at your fucking head. Or
spam stun grenades.
So, yeah.
That's really your best option.
That works too. Yeah, just don't run in there alone because I've learned from experience.
Bad idea.
Even though I'm armored to the teeth, I got 3 armors in, and I got a fucking my loadout. You will not survive.
That was a 2-3 man project.
Oh. Yep. At least. You know, I don't. We haven't really. Do they nerf the bots? Like the amount of bots being spawned if you're on duos or maybe solos? Because it seems like it's like an ungodly amount whenever we're in quads. There's always like so many bots.
Maybe.
I think we need to test that out for the next match, and just hop in like solo or like a duo and see how many bots comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good thing to research because I couldn't tell you honestly.
Yeah. All right, so that's pretty much it for Warzone. New Year is around the corner.
Yes, indeed.
And as always, I would like to know what your New Year resolutions are.
I don't do the resolution.
You better have some.
I don't.
You motherfucker, why not?
Because here's the way I see it. I appreciate the philosophy of starting anew, getting a new slate. You have your goals you want to accomplish. But most of the goals I want to accomplish aren't really like what I'm going to do this calendar year. And I'm more of the concept of every day you wake up, it's a new chance. You could start over fresh. Like, you don't have to wait a full calendar year to put some change into effect. Like, if you want to make it happen, fucking sack up and make it happen. So I like the philosophy of starting, and a lot of other religions and cultures do it better than Americans. They just party and get drunk and be slutty, and like set off explosives because
I think you're thinking about Halloween.
No, I promise you.
Or every American holiday.
Yeah, exactly. It's an excuse to get super trashed and set off some fireworks and be a jackass for a while. But I'm not about it. And I don't really stay up till midnight ever. So.
Because the weed usually knocks you out like around 10 o'clock.
I just don't have a point in being up that late.
I'm feeling good.
Plus my cats wake me up early as shit, so like I'm normally tired before then.
Oh, okay.
And I'm used to the construction work cycle, so I'm to bed a little earlier, awake a lot earlier than I'd like to be.
Yeah, I'm on the musician calendar where you stay up super late and wake up super late also. Unless I gotta work, then that's a different story. But so I mean, for resolutions for me, you definitely do have a valid point that like if you need to make a change, you make a change right then and there. You don't have to wait for a year. But I think why it's put in motion is like people are like, okay, well, it's a new year, new me, whatever, blah blah blah, and for me, for the gym goers, that's the best. Like the most funny thing is that you go into a gym.
Those
and
2 weeks are
fucking
absolutely
January and February.
Crowded, yes.
And the rest of the year, everybody's gone. So yeah, I'm about to tackle that again coming up in a few days.
The tourist crowd.
It's like, fuck, man.
It's like spring break in Cancun.
But the thing is, though, I go to yeah, right. But the thing is, though, I think different gyms have different demographics, though, because I go to Gold's Gym and those guys are pretty serious. So they're regulars there all the time. But places like 24-Hour Fitness, Planet Fitness. You know, where they serve you fucking pizzas and bagels.
Yep. All the smoothies and shit.
Yeah, so like, I feel like that demographic, like, they tend to just fall off the cliff,
the amenities,
in like mid-January. Right, yeah. So, I mean, I do have one this year. It's, you might not believe me on this, but I'm gonna try to be a little bit more reserved with my insults on Call of Duty.
Okay, we're gonna put an asterisk there on try.
Depending on because my wife was like, I hear you on Call of Duty with your friends all the time. You're like extremely mean and rude to like them. I was like, but yeah, I mean, like it's warranted.
Yes.
Have you seen the things that they do?
Are you
on
hearing
Call of Duty?
the other end,
like,
sweetie? Yeah, you're not hearing what I'm hearing back. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't go to Call of Duty to like make like friends and like all this stuff.
Right.
It's like
Sometimes
you go
it
there
works
to kill
out.
motherfuckers.
Here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Occasionally you get somebody who's not completely terrible.
Because we were on the same team together though, to begin with. Now, if you were on the opposite team and talking some shit, yeah, it would not be. We would not become friends.
Especially how, like, most of the time we're pretty good at backing it up. When we shit talk somebody, like, oh, you're about to die.
Dude.
90% of the time, we end up getting them and team wiping them. So it would have been a brutal competition to see which half of us would have ended up winning, and it would have been really bitter.
That proximity chat is I think is great for that.
Oh, it's
because like we would surround them and they would run around.
It's comedic gold.
And they would down one of us, right? And then we're like, my buddy's gonna get you. And then the best favorite thing that I like to hear you say is, my teammates are better than yours.
That's right, bitch. My teammates are better than yours every time, bro.
Yep. So yeah, that's
people getting a shoot off.
A positive.
I'll hear a stripper go, "Oh, you fucked up. I told you not to shoot at me, boy." Right after we wipe them, you just hear a stripper go, "See, I told you. Shouldn't have shot. You should have ran. I told you. I gave you a warning."
Oh, man. I think the other day, too, like, those people were talking, like, some shit, and then we just all converged, and then they were running around like little roaches hiding around corners.
We killed 2 of them, and the third one was literally camping on the top floor in a bathroom, hiding from us. Still got him.
Man. I think we need to upload some of our clips, man. Are you able to do that? Like, save your clips in high definition that maybe you can send to me? Or?
Yes. So I clip them directly from the Xbox. The only downside is when I clip them, I don't get any of the chat. I get just game effects. I don't get any of our actual voice in the chat. Right. But I do definitely get the clips of like me shooting and downing people and getting some crazy shots that I can
what we can do is like maybe at the end of the podcast, I can have a collage of like
stuff from that week,
some more gameplay.
Different shots that we made during that week.
Like,
yeah, that'd be awesome.
That we did. Yeah.
Because I definitely had one the other day.
Like at the end of every podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had one the other day that Stripper was dead for, so he spectated, where it very much looked like I curved a sniper bullet around a mountain to hit a dude as he was parachuting away from me. Like, I felt like fucking Legolas. Oh, yeah!
That's what's up. What they do need to fix, though, is if you hit somebody in midair and they
go down,
they need to fall to their death.
Dude. That, like,
they need to.
I deserve that because so many of those
if you down somebody in the air,
game have a self-res. So you're parachuting off the side of a mountain, and I just shot you in the side of your head, and now you fall 250 meters to your back. You're telling me you got up from that and went, stimmed and got up and ran away? Like, no. Yeah, you're in a puddle on the ground right now. I'm going to come loot your bag. Yeah. They need to bring that back.
Yeah, no, they should definitely bring that back. All right, so, let's see. Do you have any topics you want to talk about, or you want to answer some funny questions?
So I've got, both, yeah. Mine are sort of random questions. So
do it.
Mine would be, what is like your most favorite random, or like what is an experience that happened to you that like started out random but ended up being like really fucking awesome?
God damn.
I'll give you an example. Here's mine. So when I moved here to LA,
that's it.
Probably 5-6 years ago, I was working in Santa Monica for a while. I was car spotting all over Hollywood, doing the typical touristy stuff for a dude that's into cars. A couple of years ago, I started working at a burger restaurant in Encino on Ventura Boulevard. And one day after work, it's a Monday afternoon. I think this was in like 2018 or 2019. Like smoking a blunt, walking down the side of Ventura Boulevard. And I see a dude in a Ferrari 488 convertible pull up right next to me on the curb. And I say, ooh, shit. So I stop and I'm taking a couple photos. And he and his son are like hopping out to walk into the restaurant. And he sees me taking a couple photos and he's like, hey, kid, hop in. Door's unlocked. Take a couple pictures. I was like, oh, shit, really? All right, cool. And so, like, I'm walking towards the car.
Damn.
I know. And I was like, all right, like, cool, whatever, sure. Why not? Like, it's LA. Fuck it. So I'm walking towards the door, and the passenger side is parked on the curb next to me. So as I'm reaching for the door, the guy goes, wait a minute. Go to the driver's side, man. It'll look cooler. What? All right, cool.
Damn,
for sure. So I put my backpack down on the curb because I'm like, I know how much these leather seats are worth. I'm not doing shit. So I walk over, I hop in the car, I take my little Snapchat video, whatever. And I see him walking back out from the restaurant, and I'm thinking he's about to be like, all right, kid, get the fuck out of my car. So, like, I start to stand up, and he throws the keys in the seat next to me, and he's like, you want to fire it up?
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, very much, please. And so he lets me fire it up.
Let's
and
go.
Then he's like, you want to rev it? Am I allowed to do that? And he's like, yeah, go for it. And so I like just barely touch. And he was like, oh, come on, man. Don't be a pansy. Fucking rev the thing. So, like, I fucking stomp on it.
Damn.
And he was like, here, you want me to, like, take a video for you from, like, the outside so you can get, like, the whole car and, like, you can do the rev and shit. And I was like, bro, you gotta be kidding me right now. And he's like, no, here, like, give me your phone. So he walked around, took the whole video for me and shit. And, like, he hopped in the car next to me and I was like, all right, please tell me your name. I was like, because you don't understand, you just made my day. And he's like, oh, my name's Glenn, this and that. And he sat there and shook his hand. And I was like, you don't understand. I can tell you every single factory spec about your car. Like, I love these kind of cars. I'm a freaking nerd about this stuff.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, that's cool, man. That's cool. What are you driving? And at this, a couple of years ago, I was like, the bus.
This bus?
Yeah, no, literally. I was like, the bus. And he was kind of like, huh?
Are you serious?
Yeah. And he was like, oh, okay.
Like,
well, and so he kind of was like, okay, you want to take it for a drive? And I was like, Glenn, yes. However, I'm half a blunt down, and I can't afford anything that would go wrong with this insurance-wise, and I don't even want to take that risk. But I'm down to hop in shotgun and let you take me for a couple laps. And he was like, okay, cool, let's go. So, like, we hopped in, and he took me screaming around the back streets for, like, 5-10 minutes and brought me back. He was like, all right, man. Like, I sat there and talked to him for a couple minutes, and I was like, yo. You are literally living out my dream right now. Like, if I could ever afford a car like this, this is exactly the kind of experience I would want to give to a kid like me. Like, please tell me your story.
Yeah.
And so we were sitting there talking for a while, and he was a dude that had immigrated from South Africa and had started a couple of his own businesses. And he said, honestly, my number one advice to you is don't ever quit. He said, know when to give up on certain projects because they're not going to work, but don't ever stop the hustle. Don't ever give up on your dream. And he said, I'll be honest with you. This car you're sitting in right now, this was attempt number 48. He said, I tried 47 other different businesses and plans, and they all failed. This one worked out.
Damn. That's what's up.
So that, and I still have all those videos and the pictures and everything from that, because a lot of people would be like, bro, there's no way. And I'm like, no, I promise. Here, watch. Look at this. Look at this. Like, I will never forget that, because that dude absolutely made my day. And like I said, that's the goal, right? If you have a car like that, if you've come from hustling and grinding and that was your dream, why not share it with somebody else? Take the 15-20 minutes. Like,
see, and that restores my hope in humanity, because I'm so jaded with fucking people, man. Like, I can't trust them as far as I can throw them, you know? It's like, but you see, to hear stories like that, man, it's like, good people still exist in this world. You know what I'm saying? They
can be far and few between, like, especially in bigger hustling and bustling cities. I understand that's some of the ups and downs of living in LA. You got the good, the bad, and everything in between. So, but yeah, that was genuinely spectacular.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. So yeah, that's the thing too. Like he also gave you some, some good like word of advice too.
Yeah, no, he really did.
So,
and it's
don't ever give up.
It has stuck with me because keep in mind, I said that was fall of 2018. So here we are, almost 5 years later, and I still can vividly remember every single moment of that.
Man. So it must be nice to live in LA, you know, you get like random celebrities just going up and with their nice things.
I don't even know that he
hi.
was a celebrity per se. I think he was just a really successful business guy.
That's true, yeah. Nice. Let's see. I may have lost you for a bit because visual, you're not on my screen anymore.
I'm still here, don't worry about it.
You may have wandered.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
That's the important part.
Yeah, I can still hear you. You may have wandered to a spot where...
That's amazing, because I'm still in the
video
same...
should still come out fine.
Yeah, I'm still in the same 10-foot radius I've been in. It is raining a little harder than before, so I don't know.
So, I guess, now that you brought that up, like, I was able to think about an event that happened to me that was kind of cool, is that... one of my many careers, one of them is like with audio.
Okay.
So when I went to audio engineering school, right after I graduated, one of the instructors hooked me up with a intern. Like he was like, "Hey,
internship?
I have this recording. I have this like recording artist that would like to help, just like to work the board or whatever, like those little soundboards." And all right, cool, whatever. So like, I hit him up. I was like, hey, like, I was referred by Jason
so and so,
and like, so let me come. Yeah. So what do you want me to come by to start working? And he was like, yeah, come by tonight. I was like, all right, cool. And I went there, and I was like, this guy sounds familiar. He's like Brian Alexander. Like, I was like, you sound very, very, very familiar. I was like, what did you do before? And he was like, yeah, I was the founder of and producer of SWV, the old R&B group. I don't know if you know them, but they sing like a lot of like older R&B songs.
I probably know some of the songs if I heard them, but names not ringing any bells.
Yeah. So he was the original producer and songwriter for the group, the R&B group SWV. This is like maybe like in the 90s, R&B group. So I was like, yeah. So like, ever since then, I was able to learn from him, like how to like track vocals, how to like do like get that 90s vibe, you know what I'm saying, like all those chords and like So like
because the chord progression has changed a lot from the 90s to the early 2000s to now.
Man. Yeah,
I've got a couple other.
Because you can like hear a. Yeah, you can hear a song and be like, okay, this is like the 90s era, like the 90s style of R&B, or like the 2000s R&B, So yeah, and then he's also worked in the past with like Usher. He worked with Chris Brown, JoJo, that singer. But yeah. So those are the few people that he worked with in the past too. And I was like, hey, it was nice.
That's
like
it was
cool. Out of the blue, and I get to work with like an R&B legend. So
big fucking name in the industry. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a random thing. But speaking, I want to bring up a quick random thing too. Is that when I applied to the to where I work, Sutter Health, and apparently I wasn't the one that was supposed to be chosen because somebody else sent in a referral, but we have the same last name. So another employee there referred another.
They referred somebody else, but they pulled your file.
Somebody else with the same last name, but then they pulled my resume because they thought it was me, and I ended up getting the interview, and then they hired me.
Amazing. And at that point, it's too late. They can't be like, oh, oops, take backsies.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's amazing. You gotta love clerical errors.
Yeah, so that's another random. Yep, I was like, hey, whatever. They pulled my resume, and then they hired me, so boom, we good.
Shoe in, love it.
Oh man,
that's awesome. Accidental shoe-in.
Yep. So I was like, man, because it's so hard to get into like the Sutter system over here, like, you know, the hospital system. So it's like, hey, this one here.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
I just happened to be out of the blue, so I was like, all right, cool.
I will take it. When opportunity comes a-knocking,
hey.
You answer the door.
Yeah, if this Cadillac is rocking, don't come in and knocking.
Yeah.
Oh,
the sign is wet, it's raining.
So, is it pouring over there? Because it's been it's forming like lakes out here.
Well, so it's pouring according to Los Angeles standards, and the only reason it forms like any kind of puddles and lakes is because my apartment drainage here in the garage doesn't work. Mm-hmm. So all the rain just pools up, and by tomorrow morning, if it keeps raining like this, my whole garage will be full of like 2 inches of water. Mm-hmm. Which would be a pain, but I don't have a car to get into down here, so fuck it.
2 inches of water, man, that's a...
When you wear all mesh shoes, that's a problem.
Oh, don't tell me you wear fucking Crocs,
No,
man.
No. I wear Yeezys.
Oh, the Yeezys.
Crocs. Get out of here.
I was like, you better not be those fuckers that wear Crocs, bro.
I wear Yeezys.
Oh, man.
By far the most comfortable shoe I have ever owned in my life. Highly recommend. They are pricey, but they're worth it too. Because I literally daily wear mine, and I've had them for years, and they're just dirty. Mm-hmm. There's no holes, there's no tears, the laces aren't fucked up. There's literally nothing wrong with them.
Mm-hmm. So, I have a question then, a little bit deeper.
Okay.
So, heroes, right? So, do you think the best heroes are the ones that are unsung, so the one that no one knows about, or the heroes better when they actually tell people what they actually do for you? That's good. And why? Which one's the better hero?
So to me, it's a little less about public acknowledgement for being the hero. It's more about the intent and what the actual action is. Because if you're really publicly proclaiming like, oh, look at me, I'm such a good person, like, I'm giving pizzas to these, 12, 15 homeless people, whatever, but you only do that once every 4 to 6 months for a YouTube video, versus the guy that's not spending money, but he goes down 2-3 times every single week, and he goes to the soup kitchen. He volunteers at an old people's house. He's fucking a regular at the pet shelter doing, whatever. He's at all the different holiday toy drives as like an event volunteer. Like those are the people that I think really do a lot more for society, because they're not doing it for the monetary gain. They're doing it because they have the time and it drives them, and they know that they want to help somebody that doesn't have all the things in place to help themselves.
Okay.
So
I totally agree with you. I
kind of think the unsung heroes do a lot more than those that are very out and in the open. And, oh, look at me! I'm such a good person.
I do A, B, and C, and then the other person can be doing A through Z, and then nobody knows about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like look at all the different.
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
Perfect example to that would be look at how loud and boldly all the different politicians, especially when they're running for office, I've created this many jobs and I do this for homelessness. And how much money has Keanu Reeves donated through his acting career? And he's not out there like, oh my God, I should get a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm such a good person. Like, no, he's just a genuinely good person that was put in a position that he can give so much more than your average person. He doesn't need it. He's got more than enough money to live happily forever.
Yeah, and Sean Penn, the other actor, he goes to Africa and like build home and hospitals over there for people.
Building a whole entire city.
In like what is that Jamaica? Where was he?
No, it's in South Africa somewhere.
The stuff.
I don't want to say which country because I don't want to be wrong and sound uneducated, but it's in. I want to say it's in Africa somewhere. Maybe Uganda.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. That's good. And let's see. How about this? Another deep question. Fate and free will. Which one exists, and why?
Fate and free will. Ooh. Like full on, it's destiny. Everything you're doing was sort of written out, and it doesn't. You could choose this or that, but it was already
fate
like
destiny,
the plot in your life was already written. We knew you were going to go that way.
Right.
I think free will, honestly, because the number of variables that come into your life, and so many of them are unpredictable. I.e., what happened to my car, what happened to John's car, like all the different things. Like, is it technically possible it could be scripted? Because there's a lot of different TV shows you watch where you don't see all the twists and turns coming. Yes, I will grant you that. Yeah. It is technically possible. Do I think that's true? No. So I'm leaning more towards the free will, but if there was proof that I was wrong, I would accept it.
Yeah. See, that's a mark of an educated man, is that you're willing to change your mind if there's.
I'm entirely science and logic based, and that's why I'm a lot less religion based, because it's kind of blind faith and assumptions, and I don't like that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. No, I believe in free will, because I'm not as religious as most folks are, so I don't believe that we're all destined to do something, or fate, or So it's whatever decision you make today will ripple out towards your future.
Yes.
So just and that's why, like, sometimes I get stuck in my head because I'm trying to make the best decision possible.
Right.
And
you don't want to make the wrong
variables
choice.
That you need to factor in.
But there's not,
right. Yeah.
One choice might work out better than the other, but it's not necessarily the wrong decision. Like, it's weird. Life is weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, what's a funny excuse that you've made to get out of a situation, or like to leave a party early, or break up with the girl?
If I don't like parties, I just leave. Breaking up with girlfriends, I was always honest. Entertaining excuse to... I mean, most of the time I'm just like, I don't want to be here, I'm out.
So the honest excuse then. All right.
Yeah, I'm normally just pretty straight up. I'm like, no, don't wanna. Not doing it.
All right. That's good. The most of the time I'll just be like, I have a STD. Gotta go. It's the herpes, yes.
There's a flare up. I have to attend to that.
Yes, I have to get the burn cream for it. Let's see.
What is your favorite movie?
I have a lot, man. Let's see. I'll say all time. I'll say Die Hard 1. for action.
Okay.
And then for comedy, I like Coming to America or Airplane.
Airplane is a classic.
That'd be for comedy.
Classic. Yes.
Amazing movie.
Love
yeah. It. And man, and I guess for horror movie, I'm big horror movies too. Is like I like Halloween, and I like the whole Insidious series of movies.
Okay.
Those are pretty good. Yeah. What about you?
My single favorite movie is Radio with Cuba Gooding Jr.
Radio. Oh, I haven't seen that movie. I should go watch it.
Should.
Okay.
Absolutely love that movie.
Nice.
If you've seen it, then you know. But there's a certain part in the movie. I know it's coming every single time. I know what's about to happen. Still cry like a bitch. Every time.
And to build on top of that too, if a movie was made after you, what would the movie title be?
If a movie was made after me. So are we going like actual biopic or like just a sitcom style movie about me?
Biopic or a sitcom, whichever describes you best.
Because if it was like a sitcom or rom-com style movie, it would definitely be like, how much worse could it get? And the cover would be me sitting there like,
yeah.
Like,
as worse as it gets.
If it was like a documentary style, it'd probably be like, is cannabis legal? Let's find out. Stay tuned to find out. Or like, is not is cannabis legal, but is cannabis what's the word? Lethal. There we go. Can cannabis be lethal?
Okay.
One man's quest to find out.
Stay tuned.
Right?
Yeah, I guess mine would be Big Trouble in Little China or Little Vietnam.
Little Trouble in Even Smaller Vietnam.
Hey, I will take my 3 inches elsewhere. You ever seen Deuce Bigalow, Mel Gigolo?
Yes, but it's been a very long time. Let's see, what one?
Yeah, you need to watch the second one. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay. Dude. So here are 2 more for you. I had to scroll to my little notepad to find them. What's one place that you would like to travel to that you haven't yet? For me,
I would like to go.
I would love to see Japan.
Go ahead. And I hear it's very beautiful.
Would love to see Japan.
And why is that?
I really like just a lot of the different, the video game culture in between all the different Pokemon spots. Plus the scenery is absolutely gorgeous. And I've heard so many good things about the Japanese culture and the people, and just going there, I'd like to experience it.
Mm-hmm. So you get to see a whole bunch of anime characters running around the streets?
Tokyo is apparently the best place in the world to play Pokemon Go, and I'm a really big fan of that. So that'd be super cool.
Sweet.
Plus, I like like sushi. I'm bigger into sashimi than I am to sushi, but the fish and the sushi quality there is bar none. So
superb.
I would love
to
go to one of the like revolving sushi bars or something. I bet it would be amazing there.
Right.
What about you?
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, for me, I would say I would go to Greece or Italy.
Okay.
Because I'm very big into like Roman or like Greek mythology, like Orpheus. So it's like so I want to see like the Colosseums and like just those old Roman or like Greek like
Athens
monuments,
and
the
stuff.
statues, and hell yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, I like it.
Yeah, so I think that's the place that I like to go. So, and what's the other question?
Next one. If you won the lottery tomorrow, what's the first thing you're going to spend money on?
Shit, man. Realistically, I'll pay off my debts.
Yep.
But after my that, I'll get a car.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll get a nice car. Yeah.
Hey, how's it going, bud?
Sure. And then I'll get a ticket to Italy.
Yeah.
And I would buy some tickets for me amigos, yes. MrDrDank and beavers and strippers.
This would be a grand time.
We can all take trip to Alcatraz.
We could be obnoxious in foreign country for real.
Oh yes, we go to China's. Oh no, we go to Germany's, and with our accents.
Oh, I'm sure they would love us so much.
Bro, yes, we're gonna go to Munich. Yeah.
Bad idea.
What about you?
So if I won the lottery tomorrow, first thing I'd spend money on is paying off Mom's house. Because I just bought a house recently. But I'd do it without calling her or saying anything. I'd call the bank and find a way to pay it off. And then be like, hey.
What a noble guy.
Do me a favor. I'm not going to say anything to her. You just tell her who paid it if and when she asks you. Like, when she goes to pay the mortgage bill or when they send her the paperwork or whatever happens. She's going to be like, wait a minute. What?
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd do that. She also just bought a car recently, so I'd pay that off. And then buy my dad a car so that they could both have brand new cars. Then I would go buy me a car.
Nice. Yeah.
So I'd make sure my parents were set first, because no matter what, they've always
you're an unsung hero in my book.
They have always been there for me, no questions asked. So the first thing I want to do is make sure they're set.
Nice. Okay. Look at you, my hero. All right, so I'm going to ask one last question to wrap this up. What's the most hilarious fact that you know?
The most hilarious fact that I know? Yes. So I used to look up really random, stupid facts in high school just because they were entertaining, and I always wanted to be that asshole when somebody's like, well, tell me something I don't know. I could spit out some really fucking useless fact, and they'd be like, well, I didn't mean it. Yeah, I know, but I'm a jackass. So there you go. You learned something new today.
It makes sense.
So one of them was that apparently in Alabama, it is illegal to tie an alligator to a fire hydrant.
Huh.
I didn't know that was a rampant problem at one point, but you're not allowed to do that shit anymore.
Wow, you have to acquire a alligator first.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a permit or how that's involved, but you can't do that.
So, do people in Alabama have alligators as pets? Maybe they're taking out for a walk, and hey, I need to tie it to this fire hydrant.
Didn't get any more context than that, but that was a weird state law. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Don't go to Alabama and tie up your alligator to a fire hydrant. Maybe a crocodile is okay, but I bet they wouldn't be able to tell the difference, so I wouldn't risk it.
So my fun fact is that every time you ejaculate, you have enough sperm to impregnate every woman in Europe twice.
Maybe your average guy would. I don't know about me now.
Yeah, that's my fun fact for today. So Dank, better get to work.
Look out, Europe!
Look out, Europe! Here we come! Got little Dank Juniors running around everywhere.
No. Oh, God, no.
Shit. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching, and then Happy New Year
for our stupidity.
Exactly, and then we'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.
it, and I still got the kill.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy deployed a counter UAV.
Oh, dude, freaking domed him. Dome all your freaking buddies. Dude.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area. Enemies inside the perimeter.
Good.
Package ready to deploy.
Told you I'm gonna dome all your freaking buddies. Shouldn't have came through the portal, bitch.
I'm running out of bullets.
Our UAV is moving in the area.
Can never have too much Red Bull.
Veto ready to deploy.
I got a Vito. Good night, bitch.
Oh no! Dude, there was like 1,000 of them in the middle.
Enemy personnel at the hard point.
And that's why I got my Vito.
Friendly SAE on the way.
Woo!
Hardpoint relocating. Stand by. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Friendly counter UAV is online. Enemies inside the perimeter. Section update. Capture the hardpoint.
Sentry gun deployed! Hit!
Enemy personnel at the hardpoint.
This one's dead! Charging mag!
Enemy in the area. Hardpoint compromised. Secure the area. Enemies inside the perimeter.
They finally killed me.
DC mark! Airdrop inbound!
Solid copy. Care package deployed on your mark. 1 minute remaining. Confirming next hardpoint. Stand by. Phoenix 2-3 is bingo fuel. We're RTB at this time.
Oh no.
My care package killed you.
Hardpoint relocated. Secure the target area.
Oh my god. Hold on, I need to clip that.
What the heck?